Man, it is going to be ugly. They're about to find out what happens to ratings when they lose the golden ticket.
News of Caitlin Clark's injury has sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Fans are understandably upset, especially those who spent a lot of money to watch her play and now won't have that chance. For longtime observers of the league, this is a nightmare come true. Even a short absence by Caitlin is bound to reveal all the weaknesses teams have tried to hide. In fact, it's already happening. The financial impact has been severe, and a recent report reveals just how vital she is to the league's overall success. Her estimated worth to the WNBA is truly eye-opening. Wait until you see the details. We're about to witness one of the biggest humbling moments in sports history. On the bright side, Caitlin's injury comes with not one but two positive takeaways that could help fuel her future success when she's back on the court. Let's dive in. But before that, please like this video to send Caitlin your best wishes for a fast recovery and subscribe for all the latest Fever news.
Oh wow, this is not good. This is not good at all.
First, let's quickly discuss the injury itself. Caitlin is dealing with a left quad strain and is expected to be sidelined for at least 2 weeks. What made this injury so surprising is Caitlin's remarkable durability despite the physical toll of the game. Before this, she had appeared in 185 straight regular season and playoff games, 139 with the Hawkeyes and 46 with the Fever. This is uncharted territory. Injuries are part of sports, but when the league's biggest star misses significant time for the first time, fans understandably get worried. The key question now: how severe is the injury? The estimated recovery time of a little over 2 weeks suggests a grade 1 strain, the best possible outcome for a swift and full comeback. Still, it's likely she'll miss at least 4 games, 2 against the Mystics, 1 against the Sun, and 1 against the Sky. The upcoming game against the Sky at the 20,000-seat United Center will be especially telling. Will attendance drop without Caitlin on the floor? The early signs suggest it might. Of course, Caitlin's health is the top priority, but Fever fans will want to know how this affects the team's chances. Here's some optimism for you.
I do see these games against the Sun and against the Mystics and against the Sky as winnable games.
Indiana still has a good shot to win these next 4 games. This stretch likely won't derail the Fever's season. In fact, it looks like the team is making a smart, strategic choice by resting Caitlin early before the schedule gets tougher. They're choosing to protect her now, while the risk is lower, rather than pushing her to play and possibly worsening the injury during a less critical part of the season. They used the same approach with Sophie Cunningham.
Put me
sit on the sideline and talk. That's about all
I'm ready to play. She's out over there and just, I'm going crazy.
Yes, she's going crazy. She makes every 24 hours. She seems to make great progress. So we'll just, it's a long season. So we want to make sure that we're making the best long-term decisions.
Even though Sophie Cunningham was seen moving well in the background and seemed fine, the Fever kept her out. Why? Because it's early in the season, and the focus is on long-term health rather than immediate results. Given that the Fever take a long-term view, I expect Caitlin to be sidelined for more than just 4 games, probably closer to 3 weeks. This is their franchise player, and they have veteran teammates ready to step up. The smart play is to ensure she heals completely. Still, it's tough for fans to accept.
Her bet for her to win MVP died. Yeah, being out. The mad thing is being out for 2 weeks basically means you can't win MVP in the WNBA. Like that is one of the shocking ones.
Before the injury, many thought Caitlin was a front-runner for MVP this season. Missing 4 to 6 games will definitely hurt her chances. However, Caitlin has made it clear that winning is her main goal. While disappointing to fans, this setback is a sacrifice she's willing to make so she can return healthy when it really counts. And looking ahead, this doesn't seem to be a serious, lasting injury.
This is nowhere near the level of an ACL injury, so she can come back and still be like the explosive playmaker, the explosive three-point shooter, the explosive player that she is.
We're told this isn't the same injury that bothered her during training camp. But it's possible Caitlin, as a fierce competitor, played through quad pain until it became too much. If she was performing well despite the discomfort, imagine her at full strength. Here's the first silver lining. She's likely to come back even stronger. She's already been shooting threes during practice. Based on what we know, this isn't a catastrophic situation for Caitlin. It's just a temporary setback. To understand the second silver lining, we need to consider the wider consequences of her injury and why the WNBA is suddenly on edge.
I'm just going to say I feel terrible for those fans that spent so much money, either home or away, to go see Caitlin Clark, because for those fans, this freaking sucks.
For the first time, the WNBA is about to experience life without Caitlin Clark, and it won't be easy. She is expected to miss the June 7th game against the Sky. That game was moved from Wintrust Arena to the United Center, which holds twice as many fans due to massive demand. But honestly, that move was less about Indiana and more about Caitlin.
I wonder how many fans are not going to show up. I reckon maybe 4,000 or 5,000 will show up. I reckon it'll be 2/3 full.
With Caitlin Clark out, the big question is, will fans still turn out? Within hours of the injury news, many ticket holders were already trying to sell their seats.
Tickets.
And I genuinely think we could be looking at not half full. It's not going to be half full. We could be looking at 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 spare seats. I wonder what price tickets are now.
Indiana Fever ticket prices to games over the next 2 weeks have dropped 42%, an average ticket price of $137, all the way down to $80. When it comes to the Chicago Sky game, that is the marquee matchup in the WNBA, and those tickets are crashing just as well. From $86 48 hours ago to $25.
Another major metric everyone will be watching closely is TV ratings. The first Fever Sky matchup drew 2.7 million viewers, a huge number for the WNBA. These matchups are typically some of the league's highest-rated games. Without Caitlin, those ratings might drop sharply. Fans of Caitlin are already making predictions.
Viewership down by 85%. See you guys in 2 weeks. Well, the WNBA viewership will be down for 2 weeks. Man, it is going to be ugly.
It's common for WNBA games without Caitlin to attract only a third or less of the usual viewers. Some league leaders and veteran players have behaved arrogantly, acting like they're solely responsible for the league's growth. They're about to get a reality check, because fans will make their voices heard through ticket sales, TV ratings, and remote controls. If you don't believe it, just look at what was announced shortly before the injury news broke.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA we knew was going to be big. We now have an idea of how big.
The same analyst who reported Caitlin Clark accounted for 26.5% of the WNBA's total economic activity in 2024 has now released a new report on her 2025 impact, and the numbers are staggering. This isn't just proof of her importance to the league, it's an eye-opener. One player is literally reshaping the WNBA's entire business model. Ryan Brewer, a valuation expert tracking the league's growth, says Caitlin Clark's value to the WNBA this year could top $1 billion, and that estimate is probably conservative.
If things just go as they were, I'm looking at $875 million, Brewer said to NBC News about Clark's potential monetary value for this season, for the 2025 season. Quote, and I could easily see that eclipsing $1 billion.
Let that sink in. One player could be responsible for over $1 billion in economic impact. The analysis includes everything: TV ratings, ticket sales, merchandise, sponsorships, social media. And it all leads to one clear conclusion. Caitlin Clark isn't just one of the league's top financial contributors, she is the single biggest driver of revenue in the WNBA.
While Clark's popularity has aided the entire league, she's still one of one. As Media Sports Watch noted, 24 WNBA broadcasts garnered 1 million TV viewers. 21 of them included Caitlin Clark.
The economic impact is massive. We're talking potentially over $1 billion in value tied to her presence alone. Will fans still pack the stands? Will TV ratings crash without their biggest star? The Fever are playing it smart, protecting Caitlin for the long haul, but this is a tough blow. Smash that like button to send her healing vibes and subscribe for all the updates. You don't want to miss what's next.